stage 1. Jacques Buerta and Greg Gericke rearranged the front end of their Bosal Brospeed Ford Focus against an embankment that was soldiering on. Despite his discomfort, Kuhn was still pushing hard and set the second fastest time to extend his advantage over Damso from 10 to 20 seconds. In 2002, Kuhn went into the event with a chance of winning his first overall national title. Overzealous, he hit a rock in stage 1 and retired. He redeemed himself with a win last year and now wanted to repeat that performance. Habich used every inch of road on his way to winning the stage by 12 seconds. It moved him into 3rd position. Enjoy the action. Damso was still running in 2nd place, but Habich closed the gap to 15 seconds after going 22 seconds faster on this stage. It was of no concern to Damso though. Even if Habich went ahead, he was still on course for the title. Lawrence also set a competitive time to move ahead of Bem for 4th place, but the Ranex was still off the ultimate pace of the leaders. The Toyota bent a front tie rod as a result of the earlier puncture, leaving the wheel alignment askew. Going into the event, Kuhn would never have imagined that he would have a relatively healthy lead at this stage of the rally. It had been a drama-filled few hours before the start, but the Golf ran perfectly at this point.
And they're driving with cracked ribs and cracked shoulder blades and all sorts of drama, but you're leading the rally.
Basically. No, I'm actually holding back, Sorrel. You know, I'm not 100% there. I've got 80% of my mobility back and 70% of the power in my hand, but you know, I'm struggling to work the handbrake, so I've adopted my driving style a bit, just going into the corner slower, and it's actually caused my navigator to feel a bit nauseous.
But it has to start hurting at some point, are they?
It's hurting pretty much right now. I've ordered a physio to come to my guest house tonight. So.
And there was also a bit of drama before the start, because one stage there was speculation that you might not start.
And the last 4 times we came to this rally, 3 engines blew up right before the start. All of them with my mechanics driving the car. So we had another one last night on the way to scrutineering. Had to replace the whole engine. Luckily we had a spare. And then we had to replace the clutch and the power steering and some wiring harnesses. But the guys were very impressive and they changed all of it in time, and it's like a new car now.
Well, we certainly hope that your body, first of all, stays together until tomorrow, and it's not a bad comeback after having to lay off one rally.
No, it's nice to be back. You know, it was, I must say, it made me think about things when I was had to revert to spectating on the last rally. So it's nice to be in the car and nice to be competitive.
Well, maybe if the physio is nice looking, you should get it to stay over and just work on you tomorrow morning as well.
Are you asking me to send it over to you?
With Kuhn in the lead, Habich closed the gap to Damso in the final stage of the day to leave the 2 level pegging. Bem was leading class N4, while Watson enjoyed a strong first day to be in the top 10.
So at the top of the field, but that could be a bit deceptive.
Yes, only 3 cars involved in the rally, really, but they had quite a bit of stage mileage. I think they did 100 and something kilometers. And as predicted, it's the top 3 again. I think Serge is definitely driving for the championship. He's not taking any chances anywhere. Yanni had a puncture early on, and he's made all that up, which is nearly a minute, so he's going like hell. Enzo's sort of hanging in there, but at the pace that Habich going now, it's bound to overtake him. And I don't think there's going to be a hell of a lot changing tomorrow to do anyway.
It's a bit frustrating driving like this. I mean, but it's quite easy to knock a corner off, you know, with so many rocks and trees around. So we'll just have to try and keep it going like that.
But both the team and the car seems to be in excellent condition.
Yes, the car's perfect and the team is all geared up, so I have to keep it together.
Jannie, over the past few rallies, we've become used to epic drives from you, and here's another one in the happening. You've made up a minute nearly on the crowd and going berserk.
Well, we're not going berserk, but the problem is, we had a puncture and lost about a minute. And, just got to make it up somehow, trying a little bit hard. Not over the edge, we're still pretty comfortable. Another 20 seconds to make up on Enzo, and then we are where we want to be.
But I think it's a nice thing. They maybe start you with a minute handicap every time, so we can see this kind of performance every time.
No, it just seems to come on its own. It was very unfortunate. We made a choice to use wets on that stage, and obviously that was a bit too rocky for the wets, and that's why we got a front wheel puncher. Did it for 8 Ks, a minute, and just got to make it up now.
It didn't damage anything else?
No, it was perfect. Bit of body damage, but nothing serious.
His progress.
Richard, things are going quite well for you. Last event they're going really well, and you had to sadly retire because of Grant getting injured. How is he? Tell us firstly.
Yeah, Grant's unfortunately with the accident we had to stop because he was in a lot of pain, and subsequently to that in the hospital they've had done x-rays and he actually cracked his lower vertebra. So he's in a lot of pain, and it's going to be a slow road to recovery back at home.
Yeah, you teamed with Graham Hooper and things are going well. You're third early on, slipped to fifth now. You happy so far?
Yeah, look, we're running our own rally. We came out guns blazing this morning. I think caught everyone sleeping a bit. That's why we were in third. But yeah, I'm running my own rally. We're headline of class, so if the big boys want to go crazy, let them go, and we'll see where we land up.
Charles, you've got a nice championship fight going with Rodney, all down to this last round. How's it going today?
Yes, Ian, we just need 1 point to clinch the championship. So we set out this morning on a really conservative pace, and to my surprise, we're leading the class still. So, it's looking good, but we're not pushing to win the class on this weekend. We're just trying to finish. The class win will be a bonus, but we're just pushing on to get to the finish.
Rodney, you still got a shot at the championship, but today hasn't quite gone your way, has it?
Yeah, well, it's a small shot. Charles needs to make a mistake, but we're not going to rely on that. We just want to go for it and try and win as many stages, but Charles still going, yeah.
Tell us about your problems today.
We're having problems with the alternator. It's overheating, and then the VVT doesn't work, so it's like driving a 1300, so we're struggling a bit.
Any ideas why? Because it hasn't affected you any time during the year, has it?
I'm not sure. I don't know too much about it. They said there is a fail-safe sort of switch in it that when it gets hot, it switches off, and that's it. So we're just going to put a new one in and see how it goes. Hopefully it gets right.
Rally started in Polokwane before finishing in Zanin, but this year the organisers centred the entire event around Zanin. The format worked superbly with just one central service park for the entire rally, allowing service crews to set up base and remain in position for the entire event. This not only helped to reduce costs for the teams, but also allowed spectators a much better opportunity to watch some of the action and mingle with the crews. The organisers deserve congratulations. Most drivers were in a relaxed frame of mind as they left the park firm, but not so Lawrence. The Runnex refused to start and he was frantically trying to find the fault. Navigator Vermeulen was seriously concerned as time ticked away and other cars left to clock in for the day. The crew eventually pushed the Toyota out to the park firm area and fiddled some more. Eventually, they decided to attempt to bump start it down the hill. Against all expectations, it fired up and they were on their way. The Maguaskloof Valley is spectacularly beautiful and also offers some superb rally roads. After